volume. Oh, that was a lovely view of my face. Okay, we have sound. Yes. Let's turn that up a little bit. Hey, Grampy. I'm just getting rolling. I'm not feeling too good, so I'm going to paint as long as I can. Yeah, Paris, Arizona. Paris, Minnesota. No, going to be working on that today. Yay, Mudbrooker! Hi! I just got to go and share this thing around a bit here. I'm going to go as long as I can. I'm starting to come down with crap. Kind of like hurts to breathe. Of course, I'm taking care of a kid that's getting sick too, so yay! What kitten? Why is the... I hate Facebook. The post appears to be blank. There we go. Over to Discord. Who's chewing my hair back there, cat? Brrr. Give me my hair, kittens. Okay, what's wrong with Discord here? I was in groups and Discord is showing that I'm no longer in groups. Oh yeah, we're sitting on snow. It just sucks. Looks like Discord kicked me out of all of my groups. There. Yeah, I couldn't get in any of the groups I was in. Okay, we're going to shut Facebook down and Twitter because I don't want to hear a bunch of beeping. All right. Well, let's see. Yes, Bob Ross is in a can. This stream will be fueled by Bob Ross. Yeah, we just have a dusting, but it's like it's reminder enough of winter that we don't want it. But yeah, this is Bob Ross Positive Energy Drink. And it kind of tastes like plums. And so I'm planning every art stream will be fueled by Bob Ross because I found it for sale for like 75 cents a can. So on my way to work tonight, I'm heading over to that store and I'm grabbing more. It's Bob Ross. Oh yeah, I have ninja cats here. Yeah, I like the Bob Ross stuff. All right, and I have kittens schmurgling on the pillow again. Really? You're purring. Can I have you? Oh, you're busy. Hey. Look at how big she's getting. Look at all the stripies. Huh. Yeah? Don't squish me, Mommy. Okay, go back to your blanket. I have a really soft microfiber baby blanket material on my chair, and it's getting schmurgled. And wet and drooly because of it. All right. Well, I definitely need Bob Ross in a can. I'm going to need it today. If I can't get to doing this too much, then I might maybe join somebody, you know, if somebody does any sort of stream or something. I don't know. We'll see. So what I'm working on, of course, is the Eiffel Tower. Sorry for the camera quaking. And this is for one of the kids I used to take care of. Yeah, great way to scratch my bum on the live stream. Yeah, I found a bunch of it. I suppose I could turn around and make a profit selling it on Amazon. No, I'm keeping it. Actually is pretty good. Anyway, one of the kids that I used to take care of that has had a heart transplant, her parents wanted this painting in particular. I'm somewhat copying one that was a print for sale on Amazon, but they're paying me pretty decent for it. And kid's very much into Paris and stuff, so that's where I'm heading today. And this is acrylics on canvas paper. Well, it's not paper, it's actual canvas. This is a canvas tablet by Fredericks. And it's pretty good. The stuff is already primed, but I go through and, you know, I primed it with gesso and with different colors in there. I have a little bit of blue and some gray and black and white, just different tones in there for the background. The original picture has the grayish background, and most of it is in this black and white. There will be pink with cherry blossom trees in the front, but it's yeah, this is where I'm heading today. And in case Sabine Davis gets on later, she's playing Minecraft too, so I'm wearing the 3 Creeper Moon shirt. Yay, creepers. So, and this one I have to look at the photo reference because, well, it's the Eiffel Tower and it's a pain in the tuchus. And I really don't like painting the Eiffel Tower. It's fine when it's a 4-inch miniature, but this size is starting to get a little bit much. And there's so many lines. So, just using the craft paints again. It's what I have. They work pretty well. I don't feel like paying $14 a tube for the professional paints. And it looks like all I need yeah, so this is the original that I'm going off of right here. That's kind of fun. They could have gotten the actual print for a lot cheaper. It's like $8, but I'll you know, I'll do the work. Trying to think of what else I want in here. Let's throw. I'm going to be doing probably a little darker tones today. not a straight black. So I'm going to mix this slate gray's got a little bit of a bluish tinge to it. It's really a nice gray. Oh, come on, open up. Bugger me. Okay. Shake that up good. I'm planning on, now that I have 2 days off a week, my goal is to do live streams. I'm thinking probably Wednesdays and Fridays or Saturdays, at least twice a week, just depending on what I feel like, how tired I am, all that sort of stuff. But 1 day a week will be Minecraft. I'm going to get back into Dragon Coast frequently now. And then an art stream once a week as well. Sorry, just checking the messages. And of course it doesn't there's no rhyme or reason to which art live stream or anything it'll be. Just whatever I happen to be working on, but this is one project I have to get done. So, let's see, where do I want to go here? I did pencil all of this in beforehand because it's just so much darn line work. And it's Grampy's fault. Because these people saw well, it's my fault actually. I posted the darn thing. They saw the one I did for Grampy of the Eiffel Tower and they wanted a bigger one. And it isn't an exact copy. I mean, you know, because I'm doing this piece by hand, so, which I think is sometimes a lot more fun than going and you know, just getting something printed off on the computer just isn't the same. There's a custom D&D session going on in the other room. And eventually I want to get every other Saturday off of work so that I can join in these sessions. Hi, Mandy. But, yeah, right now, all of a sudden I heard, after I mentioned Grampy Lobster, all of a sudden I heard them talking about lobsters in the other room. So, hey, Mandy, this live stream's fueled by Bob Ross. I found out my mom was watching my hummingbird live stream, which I thought was pretty cool. She didn't have anything to say about it, but hey, better than not. I would have done this yesterday, so I'm not going over top of the Weaving Illustrator on her live streams. She does Saturdays, but yesterday was my mom's 82nd birthday. Although she claims she's only 81. It's like, no, Mom, you're 30 years older than me. And my birthday is going to be the 22nd of this month. But I'd gone out there and just had a good time with my parents and then went to work all night. Well, it was just a really nice day. I also have to keep hitting the mouse on this because even though I disabled the screensaver, it still likes to go to the screensaver and it's a pain in the tuchus. So that's why I kind of keep leaning back and forth there. All right. Shadow work. Right now, it's kind of different, you know, normally I'm blending all sorts of colors and stuff, and this one is a lot more of just lines, which is kind of fun. One of my high school art projects with an artist named Lori Swedberg. If you look up the Wolf House in Minneapolis, Minnesota, it was a place that she had done. She decorated the entire place. Oh, don't buckle on me. She's also the one who did this wolf right here. And I had her for 8 years. I had her for all of middle school and all of art in high school. And one of the projects that she had us do both in high school and in middle school was to work in straight black and white. And we had to dilute colors of India ink to do the shading and everything. And I picked up a love for India ink with doing that. But this kind of reminds me of that. Okay, so that's that one. Why are you chewing on my hair back there? Oh, you're not. You're still schmurgling the pillow. Ah, dear. There's a whole lot of purring going on behind my butt. Okay. Now that one I might have to go. Really, kitten? Gosh, you're cute back there. These kittens are so much fun. I had to laugh. Well, part of it's not funny, but my parents had to get security cameras all over the farm because some jerk was coming in and stealing, siphoning the gas out of the farm tractors. And so one of the things they caught on security camera, my mom has, even the neighbor's cats, she'll put food out for them, and she has a little shelter on the deck of the house and stuff just for the cats. Well, the security camera picked up Mama Raccoon, who brought her babies at one point, but the other night she still was there, and she is missing her tail, and her hips are kind of deformed like she'd been hit by a car or something, so she's really, really fat too. She barely waddles. But she goes all the way up to this really high deck on the back of the house and eats the cat food. I'm getting a lot of painting done, can you tell? It's stripy. Look at how fluffy her tail is. There she goes. Oh, back to Schmurgle on the chair again. So it was kind of funny seeing the camera, and there's the raccoon. Poor thing could barely move. So my mom and dad just keep putting the food out for it, and the raccoon knows where it's got a safe spot to go, a real safe space. I love raccoons, even though they're naughty little buggers. I know if in the summers too, we're going to be going back up to the cabin quite frequently, and so I might be recording painting videos, but we do have broadband, so I might be able to do some live streams from up there. The internet was actually pretty decent, so we're going to see what this year brings. I think having some cabin live streams would be really kind of fun. Sit outside and do artwork and stuff. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I'm kind of distracted and all over tonight. Boy, I hate copying other people's artwork. I haven't done that since probably middle school again, learning. Although my mom said that they were really picky. The art school she went to in Germany, they had to copy the brush strokes and everything of all the masters. And part of the goal was to actually have them look right down to the brush strokes like the master's piece, which makes me wonder, because a lot of those paintings were kept by the school, makes me wonder what happened in Germany with all those student paintings. Think on that one. But yeah, it's just, I'm glad I never had to do any kind of projects like that, because that would be such a pain in the butt. I like to have my own spin on everything. Let me scooch in just a little bit. Talk to the hand. Oh, there. Starting to take some shape there, though. That's when I have to work one color at a time. My next painting, I don't know. I'm thinking I might do a big My Little Pony canvas. Either that or I'm going to do a seahorse type one. I have a huge, huge canvas waiting for me. Really, really big canvas, so I can't wait to work with that one. And that's going to be a project that's going to take a long time, probably longer than the Dragon of Marduk, I'm sure. And because that has multiple glazes drying on it right now, the Dragon of Marduk is not in this room. I don't want the kittens getting into the glaze and putting cat hair in the canvas and stuff. I thought, since I haven't been able to send it to Dr. Bowman and Megan yet, that I would at least put some extra glaze on it. So when we're going to get it scanned before Christmas and get it sent to them now that they've moved and stuff. So the Dragon of Marduk will be in its new home. And at least if we get it scanned, then we can make a print of it for ourselves later. But the plan still is to give them a print as well so that they can auction the print off and get to keep the painting themselves. Because Josh really likes it. And my husband really likes it. He jokes I have to do the Ishtar Gate critters all over the house. I don't know if the landlord would be very accepting of that. Although he did tell me I could do whatever I wanted artwork-wise inside the house. So my next project over the winter is to go and paint the front entryway. I gotta clean that up. And then I think I'm gonna do some like nature paintings in there and stuff, and then crackle glaze over top of it, because this is a 100-year-old house we're living in. So I want to kind of keep with that same theme and just make it really pretty. So we're going to sign another lease in this house for a few years. And so we're going to, we want to at least have it that when it comes to if he has to rent it or sell it, it's going to look beautiful. And because he's become a friend of ours too. I had the guy at our wedding and everything else, but I just don't like to go and, you know, have landlords upset. I usually get all my deposits back every year, you know, every time I move and stuff. So I want to keep that kind of reputation. The only time I didn't keep my rental deposit was because it was a big company that ran the apartment building I was living in. And they turned around and because I moved in November, because the house I was moving to, the guy said, I need you to like move right now into the house, and he didn't even have it cleaned or anything. But I ended up losing my entire rental deposit because I moved out in winter. There wasn't even snow on the ground yet. So their winter moving fee was my whole deposit. I was so pissed. And then I owed him $30 on top of it. I'm like, are you serious? I swear some landlords are just absolute slum. They're terrible. And at least here I don't have to deal with that. I just have to deal with weird neighbors. Alright, what am I doing up here? Okay. That one I might have to go with a lighter gray. Just to see what I'm doing. But I always wanted to take a Victorian era type house and just do some decorative painting in it and stuff. And while this one isn't Victorian, you know, it's still got the built-in woodwork and stuff. And one of my goals is we have like secret doors downstairs that I don't know if the landlord was even aware that they're there. And so I want to slide the one out and paint on it and then slide it back into the wall. Yeah, he probably would. If I tried to do a like Michelangelo or something, recreate the Sistine Chapel on the ceiling. Do it. This is going to become the master bedroom because hubby, we have to move the bed downstairs, and so I'm. You know, we're going to have the king-size bed in here and stuff, and my art room is moving upstairs. A second, I have to edit this video here quick. I forgot to put something important in this. So my art room is going to turn into this huge, huge room. And I'm actually kind of excited about it. I mean, we're both not thrilled that, you know, he's having trouble climbing stairs now, so we kind of, you know, have to accommodate for that. But, hi, baby girl. What? Trying to edit video with Cat. Why don't you come up here a little more so they can see you? There we go. There's that pretty girl. Oh, fine. Go that way then. She's so demanding. But no, my goal there is that room's going to be decorated. I want to, we have one kind of jutting out pillar that I'm going to do like a tree and then have part of the tree go across the ceiling. Yeah, I did save that.
We all know.
Okay, yeah, got that. Yeah. Excuse me. Double ad here.
It helps with whole body.
Double ad here. Okay. Got it. All right, got the sound back. Alrighty. Let's get some painting music here while we're at it. Turn that down a little bit. There, this is how with it I am that I forgot something very important. Music. I have to be careful not to dip my brush in the drinks. boy, the purring that's going on behind me, I tell you. Just an awful lot of it. Well, that's a little bit darker gray there. I'll be excited though to have some display space for, you know, things that kind of inspire me, and I'll be able to, you know, do some room tours on camera and have it kind of shut so that the cats aren't getting into things. You know, I'm kind of excited about that. But Amanda there, I'm going to be borrowing her dad and her brother to help us move the king-size bed frame down here, which came from her mom and dad, because when I first moved down to Minneapolis, I was sleeping on the floor. And, yeah, it was not a fun divorce, I'll tell you. Sorry if I started talking soft there, mumbling to myself. I'm excited now to be able to get back into Minecraft too. It's like I feel like I'm kind of gaining part of my life back a little bit. I have so much stuff I want to do creating an entire world there, so just those little breaks, you know, mentally. Oh, I have that whole grid to go. Look at that. Yay. It's coming along though. At least the Dragon of Marduk, I had a little bit more freedom with the colors and stuff. I didn't have to be as accurate to, because, you know, there's 575 different Dragons of Marduk on the Ishtar Gate, or there were. So, I mean, trying to be completely accurate is kind of difficult in the first place. But, I just, this one's going to be a little bit more challenging, but I'm not doing exact line work either. Kind of impossible to do exact line work without, you know, having the drafting experience and all that, and I don't. I'm just an artist, doggone it. What am I doing? I looked at like 6 different references on this thing too, so now it's trying to remember what strokes I wanted in, so it's not an exact copy of the original picture. It's still a little bit more accurate. Even though this is freehand, it's still got to have a little bit of accuracy in there. I've factored that into my calories for the day because it's not sugar-free. I just have to be careful that I don't chug the Bob Ross drink too fast because I don't want to screw up my blood sugar. What's going on? Is Mark okay? Okay. Anybody starts asking the questions, are you okay with a nurse in the house? And suddenly that triggers the nurse reaction. All right, let's switch over to the gray for a little bit. One thing I need to do, catch that. That's supposed to be a darker gray, but I don't know. Kind of blends in a little bit much. More black in here. It's looking good on the phone if I'm looking in the viewfinder. Now I'm kind of ad-libbing here with this. So I got to be able to delineate it from the canvas. You sure you're okay? one's got to be a little bit darker, but not matching the black. Alright. I missed the Renaissance Festival this year because of finances, and so this music makes me think of it. Alrighty, and down here. Sorry, got to concentrating. I know I'm normally an endless stream of chatter, but I normally am an endless stream of chatter. So many lines. Too many lines. I'm just kind of faking it with some of the lines too. Cheat. I am cheating. Look at me cheat. Oh, that's working out though. Cheating's working out fine. Looks like some of this I might have to go with lighter gray too. Let's get the darker in first. Really, Oscar, can't you just bury? Oh. Because of Oscar's 6 toes on each foot, he has sensitive feet. So he's gotten into the habit of just jumping out of the cat box. And we're not going to keep the cat box in here anymore because the kittens are big enough. And they've been using the main one, and we've been keeping this one up here because Oscar Lazy Butt doesn't want to go downstairs to the main one. And, but that's going to change because I'm just tired of it. So I had to set a huge box on the end of my desk over here. I've got this great big table for you know, doing artwork and stuff. And I have a huge box on the end of it because he would go and leave. Even though I took another Rubbermaid tub and put it around the back of the cat box, he still would go to the front of the cat box and jump up on my table, onto the wool carter, anything else, and spatter cat litter everywhere. I was like, I'm so glad to have that moved. It's just irritating. So he got really upset about that for a couple of days and then puked everywhere. And then he got over that temper tantrum. And I imagine he's going to have another temper tantrum when we move the cat box back downstairs. Or get the second one downstairs. Because then he can't be a lazy butt anymore. And I've never seen a cat projectile vomit the way Oscar can. He's skilled. He's very, very skilled. We've actually watched him do a foot away projectile. And cats puke because they get mad. Unless it's a hairball. But he does it every time he gets mad. Oh, that's working out pretty good. And now he's back in the cat box yet again. So happy to have that out of my art room and have my art room locked. Because the other thing I run into, one of the things I like to do is to redesign, you know, like Breyer horses and stuff, and I want to be able to have a good workspace for that. But one of the problems I've had in the art room since Wraith came aboard, Charles sleeping at my butt, is he likes to groom ponies. This is Wraith's hairstyling. I can't display anything because he really likes to groom. We thought about getting him one of those big Barbie styling heads, but I'm so afraid he's gonna swallow all this hair, you know? And so if he can't groom my hair, he's trying to groom the ponies. And this one had the hair straight. And it's an old one, you know, it's very vintage, and I like the worn out look on it even, so I don't know if I'd repaint that one, but I definitely have to redo the hair after the cat. So I have to hide things from the cat. No, I'm not shaving that pony. I shaved another one though. This one, I'm actually, because I'm doing this as one of the princesses from My Little Pony. Luna is the knight one, the ruler of the night, so I did shave her. This is all going to be layers of resin with like glitter and stars and stuff like her mane and tail. So yeah, she got shaved. And so there's going to be lots of resin in here, and then epoxy sculpt on the edges. And then I have to epoxy sculpt all her armor and everything. So, yeah, that one, there was a pony that was shaved. Yes, poor thing. I stuck wire up her butt. I mean, the reason I did the wire is originally I was going to epoxy sculpt. So I think what I might still do, actually this could come, I can take that out and re-glue it later. I don't know, but I was thinking still epoxy sculpting around the edge of the wire just to cover it up. This is what happens when ponies slight me. I'm evil. Well, I'm the one who's tortured a Furby to death, so, you know. I'm kind of cruel that way. Hey, did we know, did Helton ever do any more videos with his Hot Wheels stuff? I haven't seen any more other than his angry things on BitChute. I don't want to ask him. He still actually is responding to me on Skype a little bit, but it's more, you know, sending me links to the End is Nigh video than anything else. But yeah, I haven't seen anything else of his Hot Wheels thing. I kind of want to see what he does with the diorama situation, you know, but it'd be kind of amusing. I didn't say that. I shouldn't laugh. Not everybody can, you know, paint and do all of that stuff. And I mean, I'm not anywhere near as good as some of the, I mean, there's YouTube artists like Craftman Steady Crafting and Ace of Clay is amazing. Oh my gosh, he's an incredible sculptor. I mean, there's all sorts of them out there. And I don't hold a candle to these people. So it's kind of humbling, and I have to realize I need to stay rather humble too when it comes to people like that. Because, I mean, you know, if he's trying, that's fine. I wish it was more of him actually doing the projects with his kids. You know, have them help build. There's parents that my step-grandparents did that with their kids, building the rail set down in the basement. You know, they had the full train diorama and everything set up. And that's what he should be doing, actually. Get the kids a lot more involved, but hubby and I did a perturbed video at him on our staycation, but I decided not to upload it. I don't want to get the ire of you know, the YouTube gods and stuff. But he's taken to believing some of the Navy men tales as true. Like the one where he mentioned about his dad being the gunner on the Quad 40 and how, you know, they had to pour water on the thing and the gun straightened back up again, which does not happen, you know. I mean, it's not your Willie. But metal doesn't work like that. If a gun actually had that sort of thing happen where it was melting, it would have to be remachined. There's no way that would work. Well, it turns out that's just a typical old gunner's tale anyway, kind of like the giant fish, you know, that got away on you type tale. So he's believing that is true. And the way he talked about it, it sounded like he actually does believe it's true. And I don't disparage that his father served. And yeah, his father's a hero for doing that, for serving. There's no problem there. And I'm inclined to believe the bronze and the silver star. But what kind of set hubby off, besides the quad 40 situation, was also the fact that there were no fast frigates in the United States armed forces back in World War II. Those were Canada and Great Britain. And then was the Congressional Medal of Honor that he claims his father got. The American military maintains a database of every Congressional Medal of Honor winner since George Washington actually created that award back in 1796 or something like that. So the database online shows 650 people, both military and civilian, who've received the award, and there's no Helton on the entire list. Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see if he does. I just wish that he would involve his kids a lot more, that they could build with him. I think that if he videoed that, that would be pretty cool. But then he's going to run into the problem with the YouTube gods are having right now, is that videos involving children, especially family-based channels, they're removing monetization, and they've removed comments and like to dislike ratios. So if you see any of those family channels that that have comments disabled and stuff, that's not the channel, that is YouTube doing it, and they're going after everybody with children-based channels, and that includes ones that air cartoons or toy reviews or anything else. So if he does involve his kids in building this and videotapes it, his channel's going to get hit the same way. And I know he's not getting monetized yet, but that would at least remove his comments and stuff, and he could never get monetized. Oh, the Medal of Honor started in the Civil War? Well, they said that the list was started in 1796. It was called something else back then. So, yeah, you're probably right. It was the same thing, but the name had changed part of the way through. Hubby had looked at all of it. Like I said, he was pretty perturbed. And his grandpa was a gunner and handled a quad 40. And there's no way. First off, it was a big team that handled it. Shooting down kamikazes was part of the job. That's what they were supposed to do. So there was no major hero thing for shooting down one. Grampy's entire ship, it's the one where the kamikaze fell and took off the whole front bow of the thing, and I can't remember the name of the ship now. But they put a fake bow on it and then continued on their way. But they shot down 12 kamikazes, and one of them actually fell and hit the ship, which is what took off the front end. Well, the kamikazes were going after the battleships that they were escorting and not going after the little ships that were guarding it. So, you know, there's a bunch of things, and I don't know how young he was when these things were being told to him, but some of it is a lot of old Navy men's tales, and he believes it. But the Congressional Medal of Honor is not there. And that's an embellishment, and I don't know which one embellished it, if it was father or son. Because he's not on any list for that. And like I said, the bronze and the silver star, I'm willing to believe, but somebody's embellishing something as far as going beyond that for an award. We did some research up at the cabin. The Greater Northwestern Deckpecker. Looking. I'm getting a bird. What's this? This is newspapers, though. It's not showing me anything phenomenal. There's birds and then there's deck building plans. Although there's some pretty cool decks. Oh, come on. There goes my image away again. Let's get some of that in there. Yeah, I just think it's kind of, I mean, I do it too. I mean, I'm older, so, you know, there's a lot of things that, you know, that I did in my past that I am proud of, and things that were just kind of cool that I got to be part of. And I know he has the same things with, you know, stuff that his father did and all of that. And I get that. But he's now treading on, because of the claim about the Congressional Medal of Honor, he's tread on stolen valor for his father. And it's like, that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like, he should have just let it go, you know. Okay. You guys packing up?
Yeah, Mark's not feeling well. He wants to go home in case it gets worse.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to hug him then, because I don't want to get it.
Probably just something with the 8, you know.
Yeah, best not to play around with that. Just a second, you guys. I'll be right back. Hey, sweetie.
What?
I have some of that anti-nausea. It'll stop any further puking if you want some. It may snow you a little bit. It's prescription. But it's a pretty mild, I mean, as far as it's not going to interact with anything. Let me give you a couple to take with you.
It's like, after I get sick like that, it's like, I get really tired.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's your,
Well, you know, living with a nurse.
Yep.
Is this your book?
Well, there are, of course, that's your book or my book.
Lights on your shoe.
Hey, I do do it though.
Butterballs in my internet.
One under the tongue every 8 hours. You should only really need one. Or not under the tongue. On the tongue, just let it dissolve. And it works really fast. We use it with heart transplant kids even, so, you know, it's not going to do too much to you. And
Well, it's not much. She's good fault.
hey, whatever works. All right, I'll give you a hug really quick, and then I got cameras still running.
Okay, yep, you go.
All right.
See you later, sweetheart.
Here, you guys have a safe drive.
If I die, sorry to follow, honey, but I didn't leave a message.
Well, I'm glad. Okay, I'm back, guys. Oh. Oh. Hi, I digress.
Well, you'll have it better.
Oh, okay, that's why I got random images of that.
Start all over.
Yeah, I had to. The gaming session has ended because one of the guys got sick, and so don't know if it's food poisoning or not. So I have anti-nausea stuff. I just gave him some, so that's where I went. Anybody new? Fueled by Bob Ross. Okay. Gosh, I've only been at this an hour, and I feel like I've been just at this like 6 already. All right. A little bit more black, it looks like. Yeah, I digress. This is for one of my previous heart transplant kids. The parents wanted me to do the Eiffel Tower. And I'd originally done one for Grampy Lobster's mom. So after I shared this 4-inch canvas on Facebook, then this family saw that and asked me to do a larger one. And I'm actually copying an image of a print from Amazon. But putting my own little spin on it, of course. And I'm not doing a lot of detail down here because there's going to be bushes and stuff in this spot. The only thing I don't like is pushing down on this like this. The canvas kind of buckled a little bit. There it goes. These canvas pads are really, really nice. I like them. And do we need to turn down the heat?
It's a little late for that.
Oh.
No, it's fine. I'm just waiting for my computer to go.
It's a little late for that. Number one, number two, I already had.
I was gonna say you did.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Hopefully he's not getting something.
You just focus on that. I did stand.
Ha!
When we get meta,
No, I never have that.
I actually just had to go through and cover one of my
Oh, I have to do that like 10 times, I swear, a month.
Oh, I only had to do it for the first time today.
Oh, Apple irritates the crap out of me. Even I had to sign into iTunes 3 times before I started this live stream today. Just annoying. Bring. Mo. What's the matter, mushy mushy?
What's wrong, Joe? Really? All those mows?
Yeah. She warmed my butt and then she left.
Because this will take a while.
Oh no, 8%. 8%?
Yeah. But it actually specifically the moment says this will take a while.
Love that. I discovered where I had areas where I should have filled in more black, so that's what I'm doing. Oh boy, this thing's gonna take such a long time. Holy cow. About the rings, gunners would tell him it was a work of deckpeckers, a nocturnal bird that would stand in one spot and peck around a circle, feeding on nitrites from the powder. Hi, Cheryl. Oh my God. Do you think he'd actually believe that? That he'd think that's real? I mean, he thinks plate tectonics means that the continents float on the ocean waters. That one still hurts my head. Yeah, if you listen to him talk about his lost continent of Lemuria, he actually believes that plate tectonics means that the continents are floating on top of the ocean. Which is why he thinks that the theory is BS, because there's no way that that could happen. Well, yeah, there's no way that that could happen because that's not what it is. I sounded like, oh, just the... Oh, when he said that, that hurt my head so bad. It's like, no, that's not what that is. Do you science, bro? Okay, let's get... This is going to be covered with bushes right here, so I'm just going to pull that shadow in there all the way. So we have a background for those bushes. That'll give something to have the contrast for the bushes, because those will be lighter colors. Oh wow, that's looking pretty decent. Do a little bit more here. I have such a headache. Oh, and I recorded a video I'm going to upload later. My scale mail piece that I was working on to do the halter top, I'm going to make myself a scale bra instead. And I'm going to have to switch to aluminum scales because I had the fourth one break of the polycarbonate break inside the pattern. And I'm getting very sick of having to repair because of scale snapping. And I mean, I go and I roll it up and gently and put it into a container. And so these shouldn't be breaking in the middle of the pattern. And then I'll pull them out of the bag and they're snapping in my hand. The polycarbonate scales from Ring Lord are rather brittle. And I know they shouldn't be. And normally everything else we get from Ring Lord is really nice. But these scales are not made for a pattern with a lot of stress. We'd originally gotten them to do little dragons out of chainmail, and I think that's all we're going to be able to do, or flowers with them. You know, the scale mail flowers. They're not for doing garment. So I'm going to start the whole thing over. That might be the next art live stream, as we'll start a bra together. Which means I'm going to have hubby help me take some measurements. That's so wrong. But yeah, I took it out at work last night and I was gonna work on it, and it's like all of a sudden I looked and there's another big gaping hole, and I was so mad. Oh my gosh. Because I don't know how many hours I've spent in that piece already. I know one time I spent 2.5 hours repairing it, and that was one hole from a scale breaking. So
He doesn't ask a lot of questions.
I'm fed up with it. Using regular metal scales, you're not going to have that problem. But the polycarbon, no way. Which is sad because it looks really cool. Now let me show you guys really quick. You're cute, kitten. So needless to say, I've since given up on this. This was last night. I had all my work done. I was going to work on this on break and noticed the big gaping hole, and I was just absolutely furious. And the other thing I have to figure out is I have almost an arrowhead type thing happening up here. I ended up with a miscount on the rows. So I was trying to figure out how to do that. But then, you notice everything's got to be all nice, 4-in-1, 4 rings, 1 scale. And where is it? I don't think it's on that side. And then I took a look, and the scale was just hanging there, and there was a couple of rings just hanging there because of it. So here's this nice big gaping hole that I can stick my finger through. And I just about threw this thing across the room. I was so mad. So I may have to pull this all apart. I don't know, but these scales are cheap. So, I mean, it was a practice piece. These scales are cheaper than metal. So, we can, have it to show people at the craft table or something. Yeah, all this work, and it takes 2 to 4 hours to repair one of those holes because I have to pull everything out and restitch it together, and the pattern has got to be just right. All the scales have to lay, or all the rings have to lay just right. And then there's supposed to be edging rings besides to stabilize on the side. And, yeah, it was a lot of work to have this thing just start falling apart on me like that. Really annoying. What I may do in the future, though, is if I do one of my needle felt dragons, I may turn around or do a chainmail dragon and may do a pair of wings out of these. And, and then wire the wings and have them posable. But that would look like a really cool wing on a small dragon. So... But, yeah, and this would have been so cool to wear. But I was going to do it as a halter, and at least now, I have the directions for doing it. I'm going to be able to do, measure exact to be, and hubby's going to help me with doing the contractions and the expansions, so that I can actually get a nice fitting one, and then, for a certain cup size, and then I can probably put that one up on eBay or something as one for larger girls, and just keep making them. I enjoy working with the scale. I really do, but not when they fall apart like that. It's just not fun. All right, you guys, I am just trashed. It's hurting to breathe, and my sinuses are filling up again. So I think I'm going to call this tonight. I also have to try to take some because I have a migraine coming again, and I had a migraine last night too. So, I'm sorry to cut this stream short, but I'm just not feeling great. And I need to go to work tonight yet too. Yeah, I'm sure that's what's making my head hurt, is probably they just keep filling up. And the one little kid I'm taking care of is sick too, so, you know, I'm sure I'm probably going to have the same thing visit me. So, you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you for stopping in. And we did make some progress. Quite a bit of progress from when I started this piece at the beginning of the stream. So, I'm planning I'll announce it on my channel either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm probably going to be Wednesday that I'm going to live stream Minecraft again. We'll go back into Dragon Coast and work on the angel statue for Jade West, which I had been planning to do for a while. And then I'm going to have to do a pagan sanctuary for Mo the Pagan, because she was another person I talked to a lot that had passed away after Jade did, and I just kind of wanted to do a little memorial there too, so, you know, just for fun, because some of these people I did play Minecraft with too. And I am glad Heavy Hauler is home and he's feeling better. He's just working on recovering from his stroke, and he's able to talk and walk and stuff, but, you know, it was a scary thing for him, but he's with us still, so yay. Oh, hubby brought me goodies. Look at this. I have metal scales to work tonight. Not those
Don't
rings?
use those. No, those are split rings.
Yeah, I want to use these for doing the seed bead necklaces, because I like these, because the
We
seed
had
bead.
a whole bunch more I didn't remember.
Oh,
There you go.
fantastic.
Metal
Well,
scales.
Awesome. These are split rings in here. And when I do seed beaded necklaces, I like to have the split ring for the clasp, because, you know, a lot of kids have the seed bead necklaces, and because I go through like 8 to 12 times with thread through the flowers, each one, and each necklace takes a while. But when kids pull on things, regular jump rings sometimes can come apart, so I prefer the split rings. But originally I'd asked hubby to do scale with split rings, and he bought them and tried it, and this was when he was first starting, and he went, oh no. So I have a whole bunch of split rings. They're gonna go to use though. But yay. Maybe I'll start working on that tonight. I have to have hubby help me measure. Okay, you guys, have a fantastic night, and thank you for stopping in. Oh, thank you, Nebulana. And I'm sorry that you're done here, but night, you guys. Blessed be everybody. Whoops. How do I stop this crazy thing?